Good day, lab mates! Glassware is one of the most commonly used materials in science laboratories. Laboratory glassware is specifically designed for scientific work. If you're working in a lab or taking a lab class, you will encounter many different kinds of glassware, each of which has features that make it specially well suited to certain applications. Most serve as tools to measure out quantities of liquids. Some are roughly accurate and others have a great accuracy. Knowing the differences between the kinds of glassware available to you will help you design and carry out experiment more efficiently. The following lab safety rules are great guidelines when using and handling glassware to avoid accidents and injury. Select appropriate glassware. Glassware is designed for a specific purpose. It should only be used for that purpose. When selecting glassware, determine the compatibility of the glassware with the chemicals or process. Some chemicals react with glass or damage glass. If your process involves temperature or pressure changes, ensure the glassware can withstand the changes. Inspect glassware before use. Before working with glassware, always inspect it for flaws. If defects are discovered, glass should be discarded. Scratches in glass can grow to cracks later on. Dispose of broken glassware if repairs are not possible. Proper handling of glassware can reduce the risk of injury and accident. Never carry a glass by its neck. Never carry a beaker by its side. Always use two hands carrying any glassware. Position one hand under the glass for support. Use a cart to transport large glasswares. Appropriate gloves should be worn when there is a risk of breakage, chemical contamination, or thermal hazard. When handling hot or cold glassware, always wear insulated gloves. Avoid physical stresses to the glassware. Where necessary, stabilize it by using clamps and platforms to relieve pressure. Avoid over-tightening clamps. To avoid breakage while clamping glassware, use coated clamps to prevent glass-to-metal contact and do not use excessive force to tighten clamps. Neck clamps should not be used as sole support for vessels larger than 500 ml. Never heated or cool glassware unless it is designed for those processes. Do not use volumetric flask for heating. Round bottom flasks are best for boiling liquids. Never set hot glass on a cold bench top. The following are the basic glasswares available at the CEU Makati Science Laboratories. Beaker. It is a cylindrical glass used for holding liquids. It is a multi-purpose piece of equipment used for containing a chemical reaction, measuring liquids, heating them over a Bunsen burner's flame, or collecting them in a titration experiment. CASSIA flask. It is a small volumetric flask with a long graduated neck used for analysis of essential oils and aldehyde determination. ERLENMEYER flask. It is a narrow-mounted container used to transport, heat, or store substances, often used when a stopper is required. Glass panel. It is used to avoid any spillage when pouring chemicals from one vessel to another, and they can also be fitted with a filter to separate solids from liquids. Glass rod. It is usually made up of glass to be able to withstand high temperature and used to mix chemicals and liquids. Graduated cylinder is a relatively slim glass used specifically for measuring a liquid's volume. Graduated cylinders come in a variety of sizes such as 10 ml, 25 ml, 50 ml, 100 ml, 500 ml, and 1000 ml. Iodine flask. This flask is used for the determination of iodine. Each flask has a ground socket and cup-shaped top. Petri dish. It is a shallow dish used to culture living cells. Pipette is an instrument used to measure out or transfer small quantities of liquid in volumes of milliliters and microliters. PYCNOMETER. It is made of glass and has a ground glass stopper with a capillary tube of air bubbles to escape. PYCNOMETERs are used for measuring and comparing densities or specific gravities of liquids and solids, including soil. Suction flask. It is a laboratory glassware with an attached hose bar for connecting a flexible tubing or a filtration pump for vacuum filtration. Test tube. It is a relatively slim glass with a rounded bottom. They are designed to hold small quantities of chemicals and feature a flared clip to make pouring easier. Test tubes can hold liquid or solid chemicals and can be used to contain small chemical reactions. The slimness of the test tube reduces the spread of any vapors that may be produced by the reaction. THISTLE tube. It is typically used to add liquid to an existing system or apparatus and also used to add small volumes of liquids to an exact position. VISCOMETER. It is an instrument used to measure fluid viscosity and the flow properties of liquids. Volumetric flask. It is a flask calibrated to contain a precise volume at a particular temperature, used for precise dilution and creating standard solutions. Watch glass. It is a round concave glass dish used for evaporation in chemistry. It can also be employed for weighing solids and as a cover for flasks and beakers. Weighing bottles. It is a glass laboratory equipment used for precise weighing of solids. When dealing with laboratory glasswares, it poses a certain risk if safety measures are not followed. The following should be observed when handling glasswares. Safety glasses should be worn at all times in a laboratory to prevent eye damage from broken glassware. Glassware should be vented when heating to avoid overpressurization and possible explosion. Keep stoppers loose when autoclaving or during procedures that require heating. Stirring is essential for homogenization of solutions. Make use of a Teflon-coated magnetic stirrer bead if available. In the absence of magnetic stirrer, a glass rod can be used, but take care to ensure that stirring is carried out gently. Cleaning should be done using a mild detergent solution. A soft brush can be used to assist the cleaning, but a hard bristle brush or one with worn-out bristles can result in abrasion and scratches. When storing glassware, remember to keep it away from sharp edges. Broken and other waste glass should be discarded in a container specially marked to indicate its contents. This is necessary so that housekeeping and other personnel will exercise due caution when handling it.